What's happening, AJ Reacts 2 family? It's your boy AJ, and this is AJ Reacts 2, and we're still in it in the Sizzlin summer movie reviews. Today, we are going to be talking about Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. This is Quentin Tarantino's 9th film, and to be honest, I haven't seen all of his movies. I'm trying to think. The movies I haven't seen Pulp Fiction, don't hate me. I know that's like one of the biggest films that he's made. I haven't seen Hateful Eight, and I haven't seen, what's the other one? What's the last one I haven't? Oh, Jackie Brown. So there's 3 films that I haven't seen out of the 9. I think that's pretty good. I'm gonna eventually check those out. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I really enjoyed this film. Even though I feel like it didn't really have a clear plot. It just kind of, things were happening, and you know, we established these characters, but not a whole lot, you know, not a clear plot was established. If we seen the trailer, we knew going in that it kind of had to do with the Manson murders and Sharon Tate, the murder of Sharon Tate, and it kind of surrounded itself about that. The main characters were played by Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt, Cliff Booth, and Rick Dalton. Great actors, great chemistry. So the premise of the movie, there's an actor. He's a little bit up there in age. He's not old, but he's kind of like getting, you know, washed up a little bit of a has-been.
It's official, old buddy. Has been.
He kind of struggles with that, and I've never seen a grown man cry as much as I've seen in this film by Leonardo DiCaprio's character, Rick Dalton.
That was the best acting I've ever seen in my whole life.
Like you. Rick.
It was so funny. Like, they did it in a comical way. Not that it was, you know, people crying is funny, but they did it in a comical way. And he's has tears of sadness, tears of anger, tears of joy. Like, he cried like maybe 5-6 times in this film. It was hilarious. Brad Pitt played his stunt double in the films that he was making. Their chemistry there, you know, they had a little bit of a bromance. They were like really tight. They were best friends pretty much. Sharon Tate was played by Margot Robbie. Margot Robbie did a really good job, I believe, in this film. But the thing is, I went into this film thinking that Margot Robbie was gonna be in it more than she actually was. And I was a little bit let down. I thought I was gonna see her have more screen time. But you know what they gave her was good, and it made sense. After, you know, seeing the movie and reviewing it, you know, it made sense that they didn't show her character very much, because, you know, it's a little bit of a sensitive subject, because this, you know, her character was based on a real life actress, and that she got brutally murdered. And, you know, I think they need to tread lightly with that anyway. And it was really funny because you know, Wolf of Wall Street, Margot Robbie and Leonardo DiCaprio had screen time. They were together in that film, and in this film, they are both in the movie, but they don't really have any screen time together until like the very last scene. And that was really cool to see. Like, I didn't realize that was going to happen. I think this trailer for this film was a little misleading because we didn't know really what was going to happen in the film. We just saw like different sequences of things that, you know, will happen, but we didn't get a clear story. And the thing about this film, like I said, it didn't have a clear plot. It did have a story and a sequence of events that happened, but it didn't have a clear plot. And I was okay with it because what was happening was interesting. It kept my interest. In this movie, was like really long. I think it was like 2 hours and 40 minutes, something like that. It kept my interest the majority of the time. There were a few scenes here and there that were a little slow, but it was like a build-up type of thing. It wasn't like a, just for the sake of having a filler scene, I really enjoyed Timothy Olyphant. He was in it briefly. He wasn't in it a whole lot. He was an actor as well, and he played alongside Rick Dalton. They kind of were in a Western. It gave me such Justified vibes. I'm a really big fan of Justified. I don't know if you guys know what that is, but it's a TV show that used to come on FX, and it starred Timothy Olyphant, and he was a U.S. Marshal. And he was like, down south, he had a cowboy hat and whatever, he had like this Southern twang, Southern swag or whatever, and he was really cool. And it just was a really cool show, but it gave me those vibes, and I really enjoyed that. I think that was kind of a little hint to Justified fans, honestly. Al Pacino was in it, and he was easily overlooked, which was, I don't know. Like, I knew who he was, but watching the film, he blended in so much with the story and with the characters. He didn't stand out at all to me. The cinematography was freaking amazing. I loved the camera shots that they had. They had overhead shots. They had like a little choreography. And the thing about it is they actually were they showed sequences of Leonardo DiCaprio playing his character, playing a character. So it was kind of like an inception of movies or TV shows. And I was just like loving it the whole time. I don't think it had really any pacing issues. The timing of the sequence of events were pretty well, proportioned, and I don't really have any issue with that. And the acting was really good as well. I didn't have like a lot of issues with that either. I loved seeing Maya Hawke in this film. I just was getting giddy. I was like, oh my gosh, Maya Hawke was in here. It's Robin from Stranger Things, and that's actually Uma Thurman and Ethan Hawke's daughter. Who knew? But, Tarantino has worked with Uma Thurman before, and, and a few different things, Kill Bill, Pulp Fiction, things like that. And, having her daughter in there, that was significant. And I would love to see Maya Hawke in more things. She was phenomenal in Stranger Things, and, she was really good in this. She had a little brief cameo. She wasn't really in it a whole lot. But, seeing her in it was great. Overall, I would give this film an 8.5 out of 10. It was just really good. It was captivating. And I really haven't seen a lot of movies lately that are just straight up captivating. And like I said, without having a clear plot, it did have a story, but not having a clear plot, I was amazed with how interested I was in it. And I saw it late, so, I was tired, and it still kept my interest. So I would definitely recommend this film. And the thing about this film, it didn't really feel like a Quentin Tarantino film. Because, with Quentin Tarantino, you always feel like something crazy is about to happen. It did go with the film. Nothing really happens. I think that's just working on past experiences with Quentin Tarantino films. Wouldn't say it was a letdown because I enjoyed the film, but it just didn't have the same vibe. It was definitely different. He's trying different things because I'm just used to like violence and gore and like things that are just crazy in his films. And it really didn't have that. Maybe until like the last 20 minutes of the film, it got kind of crazy. But even then, I feel like he kind of pulled his punches. He didn't really give us a whole lot of craziness. And if you've seen the film, or if you're going to see the film, you'll know what I'm talking about. But he just really held back on the gore and the violence and the, things like that. And just the overall craziness. So if you like my Once Upon a Time in Hollywood review, smash that like button, hit that subscribe button, follow me on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, AJ Reacts too. Head down to the comments, let me know your favorite scene, your favorite Quentin Tarantino film. Let's talk about it. If you love this film, if you hated this film, let me know. Thank you for watching, and I will catch you guys next time.